Good morning, my people. I know, presently, in this moment, the reality doesn't look as it should be, but the reality is coming into the known demand, and reality is coming into the present moment. So, when we look into the present moment, we are focused on things that are willing to grow our present moment, right? So, our present moment that we are focusing on is to get to our next step and our next accomplishment that we want to excel and we want to jump over that hurdle. So, within creating those investments and those avenues, we must inquire ourselves through detail, right? Sound mind and spirit to tap into the ways that we want to get ourselves to. So even in the investment platforms that I myself, I have been watching and I have been trying to make avenues to make through, even with the sustainable inflation, the consumer tightening, like the position that we are in compared to where they were in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. Like in that time, the dollar amount was a lot cheaper compared to it is now. So $20 doesn't mean anything today what it did mean 2, 3, 4 decades ago, right? So even now, in us being in an all-around seller's market, shout out to EYL, Earn Your Leisure. For me, Rashawn said this. It was something. It was something that was like mind blowing that I really thought about. Okay, so like in being a seller's market, right? You are in a seller's market everywhere you go. There is buyer's markets where the buyer has, you know, his leeway into negotiation, right? But there are other avenues where the seller's market is all around. Like you can't go in Rolex and just buy a Rolex. You have to be invited in to be indoctrinated with this Rolex. Like it's like investing into stuff like that. Like that's going to improve over time. Okay, just to top off of just Rolex, right? So Home Depot, Apple, we need a phone. We need a phone, computer. We need a TV. Like those are needs because, people love watching TV. People love being on their phone. People love their computers. People love Wi-Fi and signal and be able to tap into their millibytes and gigabytes and gigahertz and all this other jazz of like being in technological world. So like it like to come back to the conversation with the investments, right? So investing into platforms that you know, even in this recession, that are going to improve, like pharmaceuticals, health. People need hospitals. People need help. People need medicines. People need food. People need like insurance, hedge funds, bonds. Those people need stuff, you know? So in order for you to, reap those benefits for the next 5 to 10 years from now, invest a little bit at a time. If you invest at least a tenth of the money that you are getting, you can capitalize off of that over time. Things are going to bend as you see that the frequency turns over in the next couple of years. You're going to see that things are going to be a lot more higher, may potentially be some places be closed out, and so there's going to be opportunity. Real estate is one of the global investing platforms of anyone else. Investing into a home, your home is going to appreciate. And so over time, it's investing into long-term runs so you can get yourself in that position to invest more into more capital, into more things, into more inventions, into more businesses. So within that, appreciate yourself, appreciate all that you do, and appreciate the little moments that may not look like what it is today, but the next step, if you keep walking and keep going and keep pursuing, we will make it. We will make it. And this hill and this tribulations and these snakes are not going to be so big. They're going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. And as the days increase, we will become rapid in our knowledge and being able to open ourselves up to acknowledge who we are. We are winners. And this is a marathon, not a sprint. You guys have an amazing, amazing Tuesday because we are winning. And that's exactly what we're going to keep doing. You guys remain beautiful. Peaches and cream. Peace.